Hello everyone. So guys, if you are an aspirant of RBI and you are preparing for the examination of 2024, there is one common question that is always there in the mind of the student when you're starting preparation for your examination is, so how to start my preparation for the subject of the examination? And the common answer is always the same. First, analyze the previous year question papers. Now the common thing is why analyzation of previous year question paper is important. Guys, because it will give you an insight that what are the important dimensions you have to keep in your mind when you are preparing for the examination, how depth you have to read a specific topic, because if the question has come, that means you have to read that specific topic in that much depth for the examination preparation. So in today's video guys, I will be discussing with you about the ESI paper that was conducted in the year 2021, where we will note down the insights that we should keep in mind when we are preparing for the examination of 2024. So I have already discussed a paper of 2022 with you guys, okay, and the video for that is already available on our YouTube channel, so you can watch that specific video also to get an insight with respect to the ESI examination of 2022. Now guys, let's proceed with this examination of 2021. So if I talk about here guys, I will be discussing with you about the objective paper here. Okay, the 30 questions that have been asked in the objective. So as I have already discussed earlier on also in my videos, that is, if I talk about the objective paper of phase 2, there are 20 questions which are 2 marker and there are 10 questions which are 1 marker. In total, the examination is of 50 marks. Let's see. So there was a paragraph on OECD's interim report. There was a paragraph based there. Now the common thing was, first of all, they have asked which one of the following organization has basically released this specific report which has been talked about here. So the answer to that was, that is the OECD Economic Outlook report. So there was a report released by OECD at that point of time, just 3 to 4 months before the examination, that is about strengthening the recovery, the need for the speed. So this is the report that was released by OECD. Now here they have not mentioned the exact name of the organization. They have mentioned that this organization has released an economic outlook interim report in the year March 2021. So now this is a very important thing guys. अब आपको interim economic outlook देख के शायद आप सोचोगे वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम की रिपोर्ट है. This is where the students got confused. So the first understanding is you have to be very thorough about the words that have been mentioned in the report to understand or to analyze it better. ठीक है? That's the point number 1 here. Second question was, what has been the most common measures taken by the government around the world to help alleviate the stress on cash-strapped small business, which was taken by 77% of the government. So now this is telling us about the key features of the report. So this was the thing, that is what has been the most common measure. So answer for that was, that is option number B, it was decrease in interest rate. So whenever you are reading about a report, this tells us कि अगर कोई इंटरनेशनल रिपोर्ट है, किसी मेजर इशू पे फोकस कर रहा है, so you have to see the important parameters, the basic dimensions, which means about key features में क्या क्या important measures taken किए गए हैं, वो आपको यहाँ पे पता होना चाहिए. That's the second thing you should remember here. Then, as per the report, what is the GDP projection for India? We always say whenever you are reading a report, basic 5 चीजें हम बोलते हैं. अब देखो इन 5 चीजों पे ही ये चीज आ रही है. First of all, releasing body, about the report, which means edition of the report, parameters of the report, key features of the report, global level and India specific level. Then is key ranking, global and India specific, and fifth one is recommendation. So it is from the key finding with respect to the GDP projection of India. That was, as per that report, the GDP projection was around 12.6%. Again guys, I am telling you, do not have to remember the answer here. You just have to get the insight of the thing what has been asked in this examination. Next, if I talk about, then was, as per the passage, the growing global economic interdependence means that the socio-economic prospects of OECD countries will be more tightly linked to that of. ठीक है, किस चीज से लिंक है? Again, global findings. So the answer to that was, that is option number D, benefits of developing and transition economies was the answer here. Then guys, there was a then if I talk about this thing, next question here, ठीक है जी, next question था which of the following countries will be a major contributor in controlling population and environmental stress as per this specific report. So ये भी key finding से था, तो आंसर यहाँ पे क्या था? It was China here. So again I will be saying the reports of international organizations that are related to syllabus. So it's not just about national organizations. We always have to read about the international organizations report which are related to syllabus. That should be covered here. That's the point here. ठीक है जी, चलिए. Next there was a passage on the Januram scheme, that is Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Rural Livelihood Mission and the Amrut scheme, because we know it was earlier Januram which later on was renamed as Amrut scheme. So the passage was basically talking about the Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Livelihood Mission, where it said that the scheme got later on replaced or later on renamed, revamped. So that was the thing that was there in the paragraph here. So the first question was, what is the full form of SAP under the Amrut scheme? So अब आप जब भी schemes पढ़ते हो, we always say remember the important things like launch year, aim, objective, key feature. Now this is the prime objective of the key feature, that is SAP habit, which means state annual action plans are being formed under the Amrut scheme. So आपको SAP, this is short form is SAP. So उन्होंने पूछा कि क्या होता है SAP, that is the thing here. Then if I talk about the next question, next was which of the following is not correct regarding the purpose of the schemes which is referred above. Now here you look at the thing guys, we always say facts are important. बच्चे बोलते हैं कि यार सर schemes में ना बहुत लंबी लंबी lines हैं, क्या पढ़नी होती हैं? Do we have to remember the objectives of the schemes which are not factual in nature? जनरली बोलते हैं नहीं यार डाटा ही पढ़ो, बिकॉज डाटा ही आता है. नहीं, अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द स्कीम इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. लुक एट द थिंग हियर, इट सेज दैट एंश्योर्स दैट एवरी हाउसहोल्ड हैज एक्सेस टू अ टैप विद अ शॉर्ट सप्लाई ऑफ वाटर. ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं पता तो पता ही गलत है. इंक्रीज द एमिनिटी ऑफ वैल्यू ऑफ सिटीज बाय डेवलपिंग greenery and well spaces. Okay, then was reduce population by switching to public transport or constructing facilities for non motorized transports. ये भी नहीं है. ठीक है जी. Preserve the character of the soul of heritage city and facilitate inclusive linked urban development by exploring various avenues including involving the private sector also. So this was basically one of the thing which was not correct. So देखो, अगर आप अर्बनाइजेशन की बात करो तो अब ये स्कीम की बात नहीं हो रही, एक्चुअल में अर्बनाइजेशन के रिगार्डिंग क्या चीजें चीजें हो रही हैं. तो टैप वाटर है, डेवलपिंग है, प्रिजर्व कैरेक्टर ऑफ द सोल ऑफ हेरिटेज सिटी, ये वन ऑफ द पैरामीटर यहाँ पे नहीं था विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस स्पेसिफिक स्कीम हियर. ठीक है जी. अगला आता है financial sharing of Atal Mission. So financial sharing of Atal Mission for rejuvenation and urban transformation scheme is between center and state is done. तो इसका मतलब क्या है? फाइनेंशियल शेयरिंग पे क्वेश्चन पूछा है, बेसिक क्वेश्चन. ठीक है. वी ऑलवेज से टाइप ऑफ स्कीम्स, सेंट्रल स्पॉन्सर्ड स्कीम, सेंट्रल सेक्टर स्कीम. इफ इट इज अ सेंट्रल स्पॉन्सर्ड स्कीम सो देयर विल बी अ शेयरिंग रेशियो हियर, और हमें पता है मैक्सिमम केसेस में कितनी शेयरिंग रेशियो होती है? 50:40 होती है. बट कुछ स्पेसिफिक केसेस होते हैं जैसे यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है. Here it says that the sharing will be in the ratio of 50:50. Central assistance will be 50% of the project cost here. So answer here becomes, that is 50:50 will be the answer here. So which means guys, the understanding from this scheme is that you have to remember each and every aspect of a scheme when you are preparing for the examination, because अगर examination 2023 का टफ हुआ है फेज 1, तो अगर आप फेज 2 की प्रिपरेशन अच्छी तरह कर रहे हो तो आपको कहीं ना कहीं 2023 जैसे फेज 1 अनएक्सपेक्टेड लाइन पे आया है, तो you can handle those kind of questions also in the examination. Now which scheme has replaced the scheme mentioned in the above passage? That is the Amrut scheme. तो वही था कि जनूरम में मैंने आपको बोला पैराग्राफ आया था, पूछा किसने रिप्लेस किया है? दैट इज अमृत हैज रिप्लेस द जवाहरलाल नेशनल अर्बन रूरल लाइवलीहुड मिशन बाय हाउ मेनी इयर्स? सो दिस वाज द मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव, दैट वाज व्हाई द क्वेश्चन हैज बीन आस्क्ड, बिकॉज़ अमृत स्कीम एक्सटेंड हुई थी and Amrut scheme was extended by 2 years in the year 2021. So this means that every aspect of the scheme is covered. For example, what schemes we have to read? If there is a scheme where some major development has taken place, मतलब scheme extend हुई है, scheme में changes आए हैं, तो वो पहला पार्ट है, वो स्कीम प्रायोरिटी पे कवर करने, क्या चेंज आया है, पहला पॉइंट वो पढ़ना है। दूसरा है कि उस स्कीम को पूरा अच्छी तरह पढ़ना है, किसको रिप्लेस किया था, क्या क्या की फीचर्स हैं, क्या शेयरिंग है, एवरीथिंग यू हैव टू रीड अबाउट द स्कीम, दैट्स यू कैन लर्न फ्रॉम हियर, दैट्स द इनसाइट यू कैन टेक फ्रॉम दिस स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन हियर। Then there was a question on PM Kisan scheme. So it says in December 20 how much money was credited into the account of beneficiaries, which means it's related to the current development part of the scheme. So the answer here is that is 18,000 rupees were basically credited here with respect to the PM Kisan scheme there. Then I talk about the next thing. The next is fixed amount of benefit is given to farmers after every 4 months under the scheme. So how much do they get? एनुअल अमाउंट, तो एनुअली कितना मिलेगा हमें पता है, एनुअली मिलेगा 6,000 रुपीज, जो कि हमें 2,000 रुपीज की इंस्टॉलमेंट में दिया जाता है। सो दैट वाज द थिंग दैट वाज गिवन हियर, ठीक है। तो मतलब 3 इंस्टॉलमेंट्स ऑफ 2,000 रुपीज वर गिवन, एनुअली 6,000। इजी क्वेश्चन, बेसिक फीचर पूछा है, तो मतलब जरूरी नहीं हर क्वेश्चन आपको बहुत ही इंडेप्थ पढ़ना है, बेसिक फीचर्स भी बहुत अच्छी तरह आपको पता होने चाहिए, ठीक है जी। इसके बारे में बात करूं आपको, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन वाज दैट इज ऑल लैंड होल्डर फार्मर्स फैसिलिटी फैमिलीज इन द countries are eligible for PM Kisan except. Now this is a very important thing. You have to remember the important parts of the scheme, but point यहाँ पे क्या पूछा गया, exception कि eligible तो क्या है, exception कौन सी थे, देखो तो exception कौन से options लिखवा, like all institutional land holders, former and present holder of constitutional post, all serving or retired officers and employees of central state government ministries, all persons who paid income tax in last assessment year, professionals like doctors, engineers, lawyers, chartered accountants, architects, professional bodies, who among the following are not eligible, ठीक है जी। तो यहां पे आंसर बन जाता है आपका 1, 2, 4 एंड 5, ठीक है। अब यहां पे क्या लिखा, ऑल सर्विंग नहीं है, ठीक है, ऑल सर्विंग और रिटायर्ड ऑफिसर्स नहीं है। उन्होंने बोलता है अगर रिटायर्ड ऑफिसर्स की स्पेसिफिक अमाउंट लिखी हुई है, अगर आपको उस अमाउंट से ज्यादा, आई थिंक इट्स अराउंड रुपीज, एक बार आप कंफर्म कर लेना, आई थिंक इट इज अराउंड 15,000 रुपीज, ठीक है जी। आई एम नॉट एग्जैक्टली श्योर, आई थिंक इसी के अराउंड है अमाउंट, ठीक है। तो बोला गया अगर आपकी पेंशन इससे ज्यादा है, ठीक है, तब आप एलिजिबल हो। तो यहाँ पे क्या था, ऑल वर्ड, बेसिकली ये वर्ड था जिसके कारण हमारी आपकी जो थर्ड स्टेटमेंट है वो यहाँ पे इनकरेक्ट हो जाती है। तो 1, 2, 4 एंड 5 विल बिकम द आंसर हियर, ओके। सो यू कैन सी हियर, ओके। चलिए जी, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आ जाता है गाइस, दैट वाज with respect to the paragraph that was basically on the RBI's liquidity management framework. So RBI का पेपर है, तो RBI रिगार्डिंग जो भी चीजें हो रही हैं वो हमेशा इंपॉर्टेंट रहती हैं for the examination point of view. Now this is said RBI adopted a new liquidity management framework in which they said there would be no fixed daily liquidity injection operation. So liquidity management framework just before the examination, 3 to 4 months before the examination, it was seen in news, ठीक है जी। तो उसी के रिगार्डिंग क्वेश्चन क्या है, which new liquidity management initiative has been adopted by RBI and is discussed in the framework? So that is basically talking about the long term repo reparations, LTRO, very very important thing। और सेम LTRO पे आपका 2022 में क्या हुआ, डिस्क्रिप्टिव पेपर में क्वेश्चन आ गया LTRO। So this is how this is important, which means the things you are reading if they are consistently seen in news, कोई लॉन्ग टर्म विजन के साथ कोई चीज स्टार्ट हुई है, तो you can expect the questions in the examination also। यहाँ पे ऑब्जेक्टिव में आया, सेकंड में डिस्क्रिप्टिव में आ गया, ठीक है जी। तो ये चीज थी। Then the operations discussed in the above is going to be linked to dash part of operations. It is going to link the weighted average call rate. So LTRs क्या कर रहे हैं, weighted average call rate को basically link कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। They are basically linked to the weighted average call rate, which will remain the operating target of the monetary policy. Then the next question guys, what is the meaning of the italicized? So अब यहाँ पे दोबारा क्या था कि पैराग्राफ में there was one line that was basically italicized. We will again look into that part also. That is ensure enough liquidity to anchor the call rate at around the repo rate, ठीक है। तो ये जो चीज थी वो यहाँ पे हाईलाइट की गई थी। So what is the thing here? Now it says there were many statements which were given here. This says RBI will adopt the accommodative monetary policy. RBI will adopt expansionary monetary policy, adopt contractionary monetary policies. The call rate, which are inches above the repo rate, it would signal liquidity deficit, and central bank said will bring its tools to infuse liquidity. Then it says if the call rate is below the repo rate, that would mean the banking system has surplus liquidity. Now what this question actually signifying, it's asking us the implication of the decision that is taken by the RBI. जैसे आप स्टैटिक पढ़ते हो तो बोलते हैं स्टैटिक का implication करंट पे क्या हुआ है वो पता होना चाहिए for descriptive part. Similarly that thing has been tested in objective also, but actually is the implication of the decision taken by RBI. So what was the answer there? The answer was, that is option number 4 and 5 are correct here. That is, these two lines were actually the right thing with respect to the implication of this thing. Then if I talk about the next thing, guys, it says while getting rid of 14 days fixed repo, the RBI said it will operate 14 days term repo or reserve repo operation at a variable rate that would be conducted to coincide with which among the following ratio to maintain the cycle here. So the answer there was, that is cash reserve ratio is the answer here. So all these things were basically, तो अब आपको ये चीज याद नहीं करनी, आपको आंसर नहीं याद करने, आपको ये ध्यान रखना है कि फ्रेमवर्क आया था तो जो भी आरबीआई की इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रेमवर्क्स न्यूज में है, जैसे इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे आरबीआई ने अर्बन कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स के ऊपर रिफॉर्म्स निकाले हैं, अंतर्दृष्टि प्लेटफॉर्म है, G20 टैक्स प्रिंट, the important things that are seen in news by RBI. So you should be taking care of all the things, the recent happenings where RBI is working a lot. That is the prominent thing that you should remember here. Then guys, there was a paragraph again on OECD. तो देखो OECD की एक तो इंटरिम रिपोर्ट पे पैराग्राफ आया था. Then there was again question on OECD which was talking something about the sustainable development goals. It says the 2030 agenda for SDG goals which has been agreed upon by all 193 member states was organized by. तो पूछा ये गया था कि question was with respect to the OECD's report, but you can see it's a static based question on sustainable development goals कि SDGs जो हैं, जब वो उसकी मीटिंग हुई थी तो किसने कंडक्ट करी थी? इट वाज बेसिकली कंडक्टेड बाय यूनाइटेड नेशंस जनरल असेंबली. Then now see, that was related with which thing? SDG. अगला है इकोनॉमिक सर्वे. As per the economic survey of 2021, India's real GDP will record a 11% growth in the fiscal year 21-22, and nominal GDP will be growing by 15.4%, which would be the highest since independence. Due to what was the reason there? This is being asked here. So we always know that, guys, union budget and economic survey, they are two very important things which are clearly defined in the syllabus of RBI. Okay, so when I say syllabus of RBI, कहाँ से ढूंढना है syllabus of RBI? There is a link that is given in the description below about the guidebook of RBI, guys, which we have prepared for you, where you will be getting the proper syllabus, the new syllabus, then the resources to cover that syllabus, and the most important things, the question I am discussing with you, previous year question paper, वो भी आपको गाइड बुक से वहां से मिल जाएंगे. ठीक है जी, चलिए अब दोबारा आते हैं इस क्वेश्चन के ऊपर कि रीजन क्या है. कंटिन्यूड नॉर्मलाइजेशन इन द इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज as the rollout of COVID-19 vaccination was basically the reason here. That's why this thing was basically asked in the examination. So which means because at that time COVID was playing a very very important, COVID impact बहुत ज़्यादा था, तो उन्होंने वही पूछा कि what actually was the reason for this decision that was taken there. Then if I talk about the next question, then it says which of the following are the advantages of the foreign trade and investment. So foreign trade and investment की क्या क्या चीजें होती हैं? ठीक है, it says it stimulates competition, it improves resources allocation, it facilitates intermediate distribution of technology, it enhances environmental protection. So again you can say somehow the current part, the static part is being asked here कि क्या basically advantages होती हैं. ये आप current से भी पढ़ सकते हो, static से भी पढ़ सकते हो. तो basically again part is implication part. It's not cramming part, it's implication, that what will be the happen here. That's been the thing here. It stimulates competition, improves resource allocation, facilitates international distribution of the technology, and enhances the environmental protection. So here all these things are correct with respect to the foreign trade that is being taken there. The foreign trade and investment के advantages सभी के सभी ही यहाँ पे सही हैं. ठीक है जी. Now guys, let's talk about the 1 mark questions that were asked in the examination. The first question was with respect to the stars program. So I always say, because it's not that जैसे 2022 में हमने नोट किया कि गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स बहुत ज्यादा प्रोमिनेंट रोल प्ले किया था उन्होंने, पर 21 में ऐसा नहीं, गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स बहुत ज्यादा है. यस, दे आर स्टिल प्लेइंग अ प्रोमिनेंट रोल हियर. सो अगेन आई विल से इट्स नॉट दैट यू हैव टू कंप्लीटली लीव द ESI करंट अफेयर्स. नो, you still have to read the ESI current affairs because we are asking the questions there. ठीक है जी. जैसे 1 mark का मैंने पूछा who among the following, so it says World Bank ने recently प्रोवाइड किया था $500 million फॉर द स्टार्स प्रोजेक्ट. सो स्टार्स बेसिकली एक इनिशिएटिव था जो कि स्टार्ट किया गया था. ठीक है जी. दैट वाज सीन इन न्यूज, सो व्हिच वाज बेसिकली आस्क्ड इन द एग्जामिनेशन. Then this three under one nation one ration card scheme. So when I say what is the relevance of the previous year paper, insights लेने हैं. One nation one ration card was asked in 2021. Now in 2022, which we have discussed already in the paper, there was a full paragraph based question on the one nation one ration card scheme. So which means the schemes that are already being asked in the examination, if they are seen in news again, then you can expect a question on that specific scheme also in the examination. ठीक है. तो ये scheme because 2022 में बहुत ज्यादा न्यूज में देखने को मिली थी, so that is why they have asked the question there also. Now say one nation one ration card scheme, so there were some statements given here. It says is allowed, that is scheme additional borrowing limit of 0.25% of GSTP is allowed to the states only on the completion of which, that is Aadhaar seeding or the automation of all FHPCs. So यहाँ पे क्या चीज था, फिर उसके बाद उन्होंने पूछा कौन सी स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है इसके रिगार्डिंग. It says it will enable the states in better targeting of the beneficiaries. It would help in eliminating the bogus, duplicate or ineligible card holders, which will result in enhanced welfare and reduced leakage. To ensure seamless interstate portability of ration cards, Aadhaar seeding, so that all fair price shops with installation of electric devices are essential, so that transparency बढ़ जाए. फिर लिखा the reforms especially empowers the migratory population, mostly laborers. So all these things were the part here under which the thing was basically implemented here. तो आप देख सकते हो it was there in the PIB. So we always say PIB is important. तो ये चीज हमने अपने स्कीम स्टेप में भी कवर किया था, जहां पे सारे के सारे पॉइंट्स जो चीजें वहां पे इसका इम्पैक्ट है, everything was given there. Then guys, the next thing was with respect to trades. ठीक है जी. With respect to TRIPS, it says trade related aspects of intellectual property rights council of WTO India and South Africa proposed, because at this point of time काफी initiatives India ले रहा था. So it was basically again about the current affairs part that it has proposed which among the following things. So they have basically proposed a waiver to help more countries get access to मेडिसिन एंड डिवाइसेस ड्यूरिंग द पेंडेमिक. उस टाइम पे कोविड के टाइम पे बहुत ज्यादा कंट्रीज इन्वॉल्व हो रहे थे. दे वर बेसिकली setting to the WTO, WHO, what are the prominent things they could take place. So that was the thing that was highlighted. ठीक है. It's a common ESI based current affairs which you should remember for the examination. ठीक है. चलिए अगला आ जाता है सबसे फेवरेट स्कीम आरबीआई की. आरबीआई इज आस्किंग दिस स्कीम. इफ आई से वन स्कीम ऑफ आरबीआई व्हिच वी हैव कंसिस्टेंटली सीन इन द एग्जामिनेशन इज सॉवरेन गोल्ड बॉन्ड स्कीम. वी हैव सीन इट इन 2021. We have seen it in 2022. We have seen the same in the phase 1 of 2023 also. So which means one scheme which you should always remember because it is always seen in news is sovereign gold bond scheme. तो sovereign gold bond scheme उन्होंने पूछा है कौन सी स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है. देखो, minors will not be allotted even if guardians apply on their behalf. Discount of ₹50 is applicable when a person is applying online. There is a risk of capital loss if price of gold declines. Then sovereign gold bonds can be used as a collateral for borrowing. तो हमें यहाँ पे क्या पता है, पहला ही पॉइंट गलत है, बाकी स्टेटमेंट्स जो थी based on the statements we can say the student state के सभी स्टेटमेंट पे 1 था, तो that's why the answer becomes 2, 3 and 4 will become the answer here. Okay, next is which of the following is an omnibus mobile app developed to help farmers by providing relevant information to them quickly. With a click of a button they can get the information on weather of current day and next 5 days, dealer market price and agro advisories. So we always say agriculture current affairs. इसका मतलब Indian agriculture point of thing is again important for the examination. We have seen इट्स नॉट दैट मच इंपॉर्टेंट, आई विल नॉट से कि बहुत ज्यादा आ रहा है, बट फिर भी कुछ कुछ चीजें आ रही हैं दैट यू शुड रिमेंबर. सो द आंसर वाज हियर वाज किसान सुविधा. तो एआरडी ऐसा नहीं मैं आपको बोलूंगा कि आपको बहुत ज्यादा एआरडी पढ़ना है कि बस बहुत ज्यादा ही क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं, ऐसा भी नहीं है. इट्स वन और टू क्वेश्चंस दैट आर बीइंग आस्क्ड. So if you can take a risk little bit here, that can be with respect to ARD current affairs. Now, how many of these apps are a part of Digital India mission? So they were the things that were given here. ठीक है जी, हेल्थ सेक्टर के रिगार्डिंग कौन से एप्स हैं? तो ये सभी के सभी एप्स जो हैं that was with respect to health sector like e-संजीवनी, निक्षय, किलकारी and अनमोल. Then there was a question which of the following benefits have been announced in the union budget 21-22 for startup. So again it's the statement based question. ठीक है जी, जहां पर उन्होंने बोला था residential limit for an Indian to set up one person company has reduced from 182 to 120 days. Loans ranging from rupees 10 lakh to rupees 50 lakh will be given to women for brownfield projects. In order to incentivize startup, it is proposed to extend the eligibility period to claim tax holiday by one more year till 31st of March 2022. Then उन्होंने बोला गवर्नमेंट ने अनाउंस किया रिवीजन इन द डेफिनेशन ऑफ स्मॉल कंपनीज बाय इंक्रीजिंग देयर थ्रेशोल्ड व्हिच सेज इट शुड नॉट बी एक्सीडिंग 50 लाख टू नॉट एक्सीडिंग रुपीस 2 करोड़. तो यहाँ पे उस टाइम पे जो भी इनिशिएटिव लिए गए थे तो वहां पे फर्स्ट एंड थर्ड वर द राइट थिंग हियर. सो दिस सेज बजट इकोनॉमिक सर्वे. देखो इकोनॉमिक सर्वे वाला क्वेश्चन मैंने आपको बता दिया, बजट भी दिखा रहे हैं. सो दीज अगेन आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स व्हिच यू शुड रिमेंबर or which you should read from the perspective of your examination. Then guys again you can see match the following was asked. ठीक है जी, यहाँ पे पूछा गया था with respect to the case studies that were asked. Mr. X is a street vendor who wants to invest rupees 1000 as a working capital for upgradation of his business. Government of India has started surveying and mapping with improvised technology in Mumbai's Dharavi to resolve property related disputes. ठीक है जी. Then it says government of India will pay EPF contribution for both employer and employee with a salary less than rupees 12,500. तो कौन सी स्कीम्स की यहाँ पे बात की जा रही थी? तो पूछा क्या गया, देखो पूछा गया था मैच द फॉलोइंग ऑब्जेक्टिव विद देयर रिस्पेक्टिव स्कीम. अब यहाँ पे क्या मैच बना? ए जो है जो फर्स्ट पॉइंट है, ठीक है जी, वर्किंग कैपिटल हमें पता है इट इज स्वानिधि. देन इट इज देयर बिकॉज ईपीएस की बात करें, ईपीएफ वाली स्कीम कौन सी है? वो ईपीएस स्कीम है, ना कि गरीब कल्याण योजना है. तो आंसर यहाँ पे बन जाता था A3 एंड B1 विल बी द आंसर हियर. दैट वुड बी द आंसर हियर. ठीक है, चलिए अगला आ जाता ऑपरेशन ग्रीन्स व्हिच वाज अगेन अ वेरी प्रोमिनेंट थिंग दैट वाज हाइलाइटेड एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम इन द बजट दैट ईयर. सो व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स वर ग्रीन करेक्ट हियर विद रिस्पेक्ट टू ऑपरेशन ग्रीन? इट सेज ऑपरेशन ग्रीन इज सबस्यूम्ड अंडर प्रधानमंत्री किसान संपदा योजना. It will be extended to only tomatoes and potatoes. Establishment of mega food parks in Northeast India, and it will help in promoting the agri exports from India. तो देखो सेकंड स्टेटमेंट यहाँ पे गलत थी, तो यहाँ पे आंसर बन जाता है 1 and 4 बिकॉज एस्टेब्लिशमेंट मेगा फूड पार्क्स इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंडिया का पार्ट कोई भी ऑपरेशन ग्रीन्स के साथ रिलेट नहीं करता था. सो आंसर बिकम्स 1 and 4 here. Okay, next question again with respect to USA current affairs was which of the following are correct regarding the objectives of the recently enacted labor codes in India? That was the thing there because जैसे इस साल अगर मैं बात करूं, if you are preparing for the examination of 23, so code on labor, code on wages, occupational safety, health code, so they are seen in news, which means it's a blend of all parts of ESI, government schemes, reports, current affairs, तीनों ही पूछा गया. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ स्कीम्स पढ़ जाओ, रिपोर्ट छोड़ दो, करंट अफेयर्स छोड़ दो, ऐसा नहीं है. इट्स अ ब्लेंड हियर. ठीक है जी. So if I talk about the thing here, the question, if you look at the options here, it was saying remunerating the contract workers at the same rates as regular workers for similar work, protecting the interests of gig workers and migrant workers. Then it says promote gender equality by allowing women workers to work at night subject to obtaining their consent and delegitimize strikes in India. तो strike को delegitimize करना की तो कोई बात ही नहीं हुई है. तो आंसर यहाँ पे था 1, 2 and 3 will become the answer here. So guys, this was about your discussion for the paper of 2021. I hope you have understood, you have taken a lot of insights from this specific examination and you have noted it down also, so that whenever you start preparing preparing for the examination, आपको सब कुछ आपके mind में clear हो. Now, if you are an aspirant of 2024, guys, how we are helping you? So we are basically providing you a proper detailed courses in each and every aspect of the examination. Like if you are a beginner, you want to start your preparation from scratch. So you can go with our gold package where you will be getting a complete preparation with respect to phase 1, phase 2 and interview stage, where all parts of phase 1, that is if I talk about QRE, ठीक है जी, QRE, रीजनिंग, GA, phase 2 में ESI, FM, descriptive, everything will be covered here. Interview preparation will be done here. Now, if your QRE is strong, you just want to prepare the GA and the ESI FM part, guys, then you can go with our silver pack where you will be getting only the GA here. Phase 2 will be complete and interview will be complete here. And still, at this point, if you still have any kind of doubt, guys, in your mind, so there is the link that is given here for the workshop which is being conducted by Anchit sir. ठीक है, there you can enroll there and you can again get your doubts resolved. ठीक है, कोई भी मन में डाउट है कि कैसे करना है, क्या करना है, कुछ भी है, तो you can click on the workshop. ठीक है जी, click and you can get yourself registered for the workshop and you can get your queries resolved here with respect to your examination preparation. Still, इसके अलावा कोई और भी डाउट है आपके माइंड में जो आप मुझसे डिस्कस करना चाहते हैं या एनीथिंग यू वांट टू डिस्कस, ठीक है, you can drop us an email also at hello@edutab.co.in. ठीक है, so wishing you all the best for the examination, guys. Keep working hard and keep preparing hard. Bye bye.